I've got a couple of unboxings of some customs. I've got one here and I've got this big one here. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I am Mel and welcome if you are new. I've had quite a few new subscribers lately, so I appreciate you joining, whether that was through a short or through one of my recent videos. Appreciate you being here. You are awesome and much love. And also many thanks to my return viewers and subscribers. Without you, and my members, of course, members to the channel, without you I cannot make videos and do the editing that I do. Stop wobbling the table. And just appreciate you all being here and making this time worth it. So I've got today, I've got a couple of unboxings of some customs. I've got one here, and depending on time, I've got this big one here. I really want to show both of them because we're going to see the quality from two different Temu custom companies, and yeah, chalk and cheese, I think. They're two different images, but just the way that they've been packaged and handled, it's quite insightful. And just going to recap this beauty. I'm not sure if you follow Diamonds by Tina, but I love her, and she just unboxed a bit of a Temu haul, and she got this image as well, and she couldn't remember who she'd seen the image from, like one of the channels that she'd seen, and I think it was mine because I've shown this a couple of times. I will link in the description the item number on Temu where I found it, and I'll bring you in and have a closer look. Right, isn't she beautiful? So it is a 40 by 40, which is the whole canvas. So if I measure this, it's probably going to be a 35 by 35. Now I did buy this for a gift, and I've created it for my sister, but I haven't been able to find a frame that will fit it yet, and hopefully I do, otherwise I'm going to have to get a custom made. So it has 19 colours, and you can see it is pretty well placed, like the colours. You can see the texture in her skin, a little bit yellow, maybe a little bit green, but getting stuff on it. I think it does work. And the only thing I didn't like was in some areas, like around her hat, like this would have been a feather, but the colours that I was placing on those areas weren't the colours of those lines. They are dark drills going down on those orangey lines. So I think really this canvas needs to be bigger, and then some thought gone into those areas. So you've lost a little bit here. It's like a brooch on her head, I think, or even on her hair. But yeah, but she's pretty. So this actually inspired me to do a custom, which I will show you now. And I actually used, we might just get rid of this because it's quite distracting. I haven't ironed the tablecloth, and I'm using my table tripod at the moment, so just bear with me. So you can see the little thumbnail there. You can get an insight on my inspiration. this company is Centre One. I've not used them before, but they had some pretty good deals for customs with ABs. You get your basic kit, it's purple, to go with their branding. Basic, very basic, just a single place, a pen, a tray, and one square tab of wax. The drills, we'll have a look at in a second. And it does come rolled on foam, so that even though it's foam, not great for the environment, it does protect your canvas more. I'm just going to roll this back the other way because I know it is poured glue and it's very sticky. I'll roll it back the other way because it has been rolled up for a little while. I've had it for about a few weeks. Got a glimpse of her there. It is beautiful, beautiful canvas flocking on the back. It's scalloped edges. So this is an AI generated image, which I have tweaked a little bit, but it's mostly AI. And so what I did was I put this image into the AI app and I gave it some other images, some photographs, and I asked it to create some images. And this was one of the better ones that it did. And I did some tweaking. And yeah, what do you think? So it is, let me talk about the size. It is a 45 centimetre, so 45 by 45. That is actually the whole canvas. So this is 40 centimetres, I believe. Let me get my tape measure. Let's actually test that. So, yes. Just a little bit over 45 actually. Maybe it's 45 to the perforated edge. And then the image itself is actually just under 40. It's about 35 and a half. That's interesting. Let's try both ways. Yeah, it's a little, yep, it's about 35. That's interesting. So their border is actually a bit wider than they think. And it has 40 colours. Let's just zoom in a bit closer there. Let's have a look. Not that close. We've got the beautiful thumbnail at the top with the colour list. So you have the numbers 1 to 40. Then we have the symbols, and they are various. Ooh. And then we have the DMC colours. And various, so it's a numeric order. And at the bottom, I don't think they've actually listed out the ABs as ABs. Okay. Let's have a look at the cover sheet. Just beautiful. Got the fans in the background, swirls, fans, and it's all very complementary. Colours are beautiful. The cover sheet is thin, so that's a bit of a negative. Let's see if I can just pull that back a bit. It is hard to pull back. I'm a bit worried that it's going to rip. It's very thin. I don't think I've done a very good job there. I need my scraper. Let's have a look at the drill field. Yep, so we've got some detail on her skin, especially on her face. We've got the change in colours here. It's mostly the eye, which is 18. J's. I'll get the drills out in a minute. So it's not green, so that is a good thing. She's not sick. The drill field is very clear. There are very little guide circles. You can see a few up here. Bring you down. You can see a few here. It's just mostly seems to be, oh, there's a few around here. Yeah. Not too many. I want to let you know the cost of this canvas. And in New Zealand dollars, it was $25.05. And you can choose, if I show you, you can choose between round ABs and square ABs. And it's even got the size there. Yeah. And so definitely pre-order because it is a custom, and for New Zealand it takes 4 to 12 days, so that is a really good turnaround, and it didn't take long at all considering they were coming back from their Lunar New Year. And it's all bagged up, which is a bonus. They look like acrylic. I don't think they are resin, because there are some little indents in the drills themselves. You can see that one there. You can see them there. But at that price, I'm not going to complain. And so I'm going to find the ABs. Oh, sorry, knocking you again. I have got 1, 2, maybe there were only 2. Now that could be just because of this image not having a lot of highlights in it, but the drills will be pretty shiny. Like, yeah, they are pretty shiny. I think they're going to be pretty. And they look pretty uniform in size too. Doesn't look to be too many trash drills in there. Now I think I can only find the 2. Let's just move them aside, and then we'll see just how true to colour they are, because I was curious about the skin tones. What equals M plus? Yes, 28. All right. And let's get these bright colours out too. Let's see where they go. Okay. just pulled out a few really nice bright colours. We've got the ABs, and then we've got the skin tones here. So 18, if we look at the schematic, is eye. And that's kind of a pale, kind of lemony colour. And they are in the bulk of her skin here. Let's get our little pointer out, shall we? Having so much trouble with my nail polish lately. You can see. Yep. So this colour is mainly through the skin here and in her decollage on her shoulder. Is that true to colour? Looks actually really yellow in the camera, but from what I'm seeing, but yeah, I think that's pretty close. I think the 19 is closer. 19 is the J, and there's a few J's. So with this lighter area, this little highlight area here, and the highlight on her shoulder, and on her chin and up her upper lip. There's a little bit in her eyeshadow. Yep. And that eye actually is a bit in her hat. So 15, let's see where 15 goes. 15 is a yellow. Kind of like a mustard yellow, I would think. Or is that more of a mustard yellow? Either or. I'm thinking Miss Southern Belle right now. And keep your faith as a mustard seed. So 15 was F. I've seen a bit of F up here and in the bands on her hat and in this area here. I think it's really going to pop. Let's go for this beautiful blue, 21. L. L. It's a bit in here and here. Hopefully I'm still in the screen there. Over here. Might, yeah, a little bit in her eyes. I think we're going to have some really good detail in her eyes. You can just see the blending. Like the blending of your eyeshadow, we have some good blending in her face. 20 is K. It's a little bit of K in this dark blue. Yeah, that's pretty close. And her hat. In this lighter area where the light has hit the inside of her hat. 11. I like this. This is pretty. Maybe a little bit of, no, a little bit of drills there that have got little, you can see that. Yeah, and 11 is B. A little bit in her eyeshadow. B is scattered around actually in her hat. You can see some B in here. Alright. Very nice. Let me know if you've done a custom before, and yeah, what company did you use? So I've used Kudeals for a custom and now Center One, and I will show you the other canvas shortly. Yeah, were you happy with the quality? 28 is a nice salmon pink. S. Some little S's here above her lip. Scattered around. Yep, so that I think is going to be a good blend. That should match. 38. The equal sign. That is pretty. Like a peach. And the equals, so we've got some in her neck here. We've got some in the shadowy bits up here. Some down here. Nice. Nice. Now let's have a look at these ABs. I think we only have the two. The two ABs, and we have got these beautiful, brilliant colours here. Look at that blue. So AB stands for Aurora Borealis. So the northern lights. So you get that nice reflective, a bit like my nails, reflective coating. You really should use a special pen, not your normal wax pen. So if you've got a vacuum pen, or if you've got a tissue and water, you can grab a pen that doesn't have any wax and just wet it and lift it up. Otherwise you risk, if you use the wax, you do risk the little like foil coating coming off. These look really well made. Yeah, quite pleased. So 29 I think is in her lips. So 29 is T. Yep, we've got some T. The F, did I get F out? That was 15. So I've got a little bit of this just highlighting her lips. That would have been nice as an AB. And then we've got some of this. And T, have we got T handy? 29. That, looking for the red. 29 is the T. I was looking for, oh, we've got a bit of the I, which we looked at, which was 18. So we've got a bit of a mix of that and that in there. And just say the F was 15 in her lips. Yeah. It's really going to make them pop. And this beautiful AB 35 goes in the symbol Z. Now where are you? In here. Here we go. Lots of Z here, up here, a little bit up here, a little bit in the hat. So it's actually dotted around quite a lot, which would be great. Did this come with an inventory sheet? No, it didn't. So we got the thin cover sheet. No inventory sheet. So 2 negatives. But I think the quality of the canvas itself is going to outweigh the negatives. So yeah. Only 2 AB. We've got a few negatives. Only 2 ABs. The canvas is not 45 by 45, and the actual painting itself is not 40 or 40. So how much is on the side here? 1 inch. So it's almost 3 centimeters on each side that we've lost. But yeah, I think for the price it is really, really good. Great value for money. I will let you know how this one goes, how the drills go and everything when I come to do it. It might be a while because I am working on 2 really big canvases at the moment, and yeah, I just have a few on the go right now, But we're going to pause and I'll pack this one away and I'll get the next one out. Hi, now we have our second canvas. This is another day. Different tablecloth, wrinkles and all, and different clothes. So I have my second canvas, and this one is very large. I'm not going to be able to get it all in the frame. It is an 80 by 80. I'll let you know how long it took from ordering as well. And likewise with the other one. Now I will drop in a photograph of what the image actually looks like, what I sent to the company, and how it came in the package. I was not happy, but I haven't asked for my money back or anything. I just wanted to do the unboxing and go from there really, and see whether it was good or not. You get 4 trays. Pretty standard industry toolkits. If you're new to diamond painting, that is all you need. But if you are taking on a big canvas like this, you will probably want a more ergonomical pen to use, and some storage, better storage. Now I have actually opened this up, so the drills did look a little bit better than that. I just had some filming issues. You can see there are some loose drills there. It is Easter weekend and we've had guests, family come around, and I was filming the other day. This is a new day. It's actually 2 days later. I wasn't able to finish the video on the day that I started it. But yeah, eager to get this reviewed and looked at, and I'll show you. Oh, there's quite a few loose drills in there. Looks like that could be that colour. Okay, we've got 11, two bags of 11. There is no inventory sheet from what I can see, which is a shame. Oh look, 2 bags of purple. This is a pretty basic kit, basic canvas. It doesn't have ABs. They are, I believe they are acrylic. It didn't state whether they were resin. Yeah, they're definitely acrylic. I can see the dimples in the bottom of some of the drills. What I'm going to do is just take these off, line them up, and make sure all the colours are there. Okay, here's our drills. Now you'll see we've got 19 colours. Got some pinks. We've got 4 bags of this beautiful colour. It could be black. Yes, it is. It is black. 2 bags of this beautiful purple. I will tell you the colour. And then we've got 2 bags of this maroony coloured. It is a round canvas, round drill canvas. And then a big bag of 15. Interesting. It's not a huge, have we got everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right, I was expecting a lot more red, because when I flip it over, you'll see. Let's see if the colour actually matches. I'll pause and flip this over for us. Okay, here we go. We have beautiful poppies. We've got red poppies, a purple, and red. And then we've got some beautiful golden stalks, leaves, green in the background. So it is a huge canvas, and I will lift up the camera and show you the whole canvas. But before I do that, we'll just go through the anatomy of the canvas here. So we have the thumbnail item, which is diamond up. It is a custom, so they're not going to put anything special in there. We've got the number, I don't know what that refers to, and then we've got the size. This is probably the largest I've ever ordered. And then we've got our schematic. It doesn't have a very huge border. I mean, it's not perforated and scalloped like a lot of canvases. It's pretty thin. It feels waterproof, to be honest. It's not flopped on the back. I'd say it's a pretty cheap canvas. Got the 19 colours. I would have expected a lot more for this canvas. And the red, which is the 312, it's actually more of a crimson to my view. It is 321. I want to look up what that colour description is. And then D, looking at the symbols, D, we've got this colour 3, which is, yeah, and then we've got next to it D, which is 11. We've got a pretty big bag of 11. Why don't we, before we get into that, I'm going to straighten out the cover sheet a bit. I'm going to pull it back. I see that it is it poured glue? I think it's poured glue. I have been wrong in the past. It's not lifting up. You know what? I'm going to have a better look at that. Now, Dad's just come home and the dogs are barking. I think it's poured glue, but it's very, very thin. I can't lift it up, so I don't think it's self-adhesive tape. But the cover sheet is extremely hard to get off. And the cover sheet is very thin. I think the picture itself has turned out well. I made sure that the resolution of the image was 300 dpi, so the detail could be retained in the large image. And just see bubbles. There's a lot of wrinkles. You can see on the back there's a lot of wrinkles in there. What I'm going to do is probably order this from Deals. Maybe not this size, but that is slightly better. Oh, I've still got more wrinkles here. But what I can see, let's just pull you in a bit more, a bit closer. Let's go into the red poppy. There's a lot of black and 4 bags of the 310 black. There's going to be a lot of colour blocking. It is a huge canvas, so it actually may not take me that long to do with all that colour blocking. There's a bit of confetti in here where the colour changes, and we've got the leaves. But in the flower itself, I can see that it is changing up. The colours are changing up pretty well with the detail of the petal. We've got the wrinkles in the petal. We've got the shading, the darkness in here. Got a lot of 310. We've got the seed pod and the stamens here. But here, this is where I'm getting worried. I can zoom you in a bit more. If you can see that. Where we've got the stamens from the flower. Let's have a look. What is number 2? 2 is black. We're not going to get those colours coming through. 8. So where the yellow is, we've got 8. C is number 10. 5 is the brown. So in these areas, that's going to be completely black because that's what it's saying that you place here. 7. Where's 7? Where's 7 gone? 7 is purple. That is meant to be yellow, kind of a crossover, like the pixel where the drill goes here is like 2 tones. So you've got a little bit of purple, you've got a bit of yellow, but it's telling you that you're placing 7 there. And honestly, I don't think there's going to be enough drills. And 3 and D was 11. These and K is 16. These are the colour of the red poppy petals. A lot of 11 down here, blended in with those 3. I don't know. And 4. There's a bit of 4 up here. There's a lighter. The colour, I think the colour matches are pretty good. Will I actually have enough drills? Did you see that? Oh, sorry, you can actually see that. So I've got the colours here of the petals. 11 is D, which is this darker colour through here. I think it's a relatively good match. 3 is the lighter red. 16 is D. No, 11 is D, we know that. 16 is K. These areas. I would have expected that to be more of a red, but it's orange. And then 4 is these lighter. And R is 19. R is 19 and it's saying it's pink. Does it look pink? There's a little pink, but there's only one R there, and that whole area looks pink to me. Let's have a look at the purple. One is this kind of very soft purple, lilac. 19 is the pink, which is R. So you're going to get that through there. I can zoom you in. 7 is this purple. But here, see, it's light. This is not good. This is not good. I really did not want to complain and ask for my money back, but as we can see, there's no transition through this whole area. This whole area is 7. Can you see? I've got 2, 7. Now this canvas cost me about 42. I will put the price up, New Zealand dollars. So I spent a lot of money on this, and I would have expected it to have better blending for that cost. We've got a little bit here. We've got the black. We've got the, and then goes to the 7 through here. But again, we've got the 7 on the pink through here. Yep. No, the transitions and the colours just aren't good enough, I'm afraid. And it's a real shame. So this canvas is for ANZAC Day Remembrance. So ANZAC stands for Australia and New Zealand Army Corps. And each year on the 25th of April, we commemorate our soldiers from past wars, World War One, the Boer War, World War One and World War Two, and then the Korean, Vietnam Wars, etc. And the red represents our amazing selfless soldiers that went to fight for our countries. And the purple represents our animals that also, I'm shivering. It really means, like, this image really means a lot to me. It is a custom that I designed with the help of AI. I'm not going to say I drew it, but one day I wish maybe my family would draw something like this. I've got 2 images, and I chose this one because it was more of a watercolor and more, you know, bold. The other one's more delicate, and I really thought it would turn out, but it just doesn't have the detail, especially when you just see the 7s all through there in those transitions of the pinks and the purples. Yeah, it's a real shame. And yeah, and New Zealand and Australia have chosen the poppies. All right, I'm going to raise up the camera and we can get a full view of it. That is my ANZAC Day Remembrance canvas, which unfortunately I'm going to have to send back. And this canvas I was going to take my time and do it. And, oh, I'm just getting off the chair. I was going to take my time and do it and donate it to my local RSA. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed the pan over. The image is beautiful. It's just the conversion into the jewels and the colours that is not, unfortunately, and the quality of how the canvas turned up has been rolled. It's been jammed into a bag. I ordered it separately, and yet Temu decided to wait until other items were picked. It was put into a bag and then it was shipped, and then the New Zealand Post decided to pack 2 bags of Temu items together in one bag, and this one got folded up. Well, not really folded, it got bent and pushed into the bag. Yeah, let me know what you think of the canvas image anyway. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you all. I hope you have had a wonderful Easter. I think this will go up well after Easter. If you celebrate, yeah, many blessings to you. I feel bad about sending this back because it is my own image, and I just wonder what they'll do with it. That's another thing when you are doing your own custom image, and it's on Temu, on companies that you don't know. Can we trust them? I don't know. I've heard of stories of people doing customs and their work turning up on other sites, being sold on Temu, etc. So I'm going to be wary about that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to pack this up. I'm going to deal with customer services on Temu. I'm going to take some photographs actually, and yeah, go and talk to them and see if I need to send it back or not to get a little bit of a refund. I may not get all of my money back. That's just the gamble that we take with Temu. So most of the time their customer service centre is really good. I don't actually know I can complain about it. So I'll let you know in another video how I got on, and if I do decide to get this image reprinted somewhere else like Kudeals. But yeah, all the best, and I love you all and appreciate you all, and yeah, have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in this big wide world. Let's keep it beautiful, and much love. Bye. Thank you, and a huge thanks to my members. Without you, I cannot do the editing that I do, and you know, the funds that are coming back into the channel means I can buy editing software that yeah, just really helps speed up my editing workflow, which is super important, and then I can do the music and yeah, just make my videos extra special. Hopefully I'm adding value, and yeah, I love you all and appreciate you all for being here. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye for now.